call the special meeting of the Board of Education to order at 5:30 p.m. Thank you all for coming, and for those that are watching, who will be watching the recording of this meeting on YouTube in the future. All board members are present with the exception of Ms. Heike and Ms. Murray, who are both excused. We do have a quorum with 5 voting members being present. In Ms. Murray's absence, Ms. Pryor will be serving as our acting secretary for this meeting. At this time, I'd invite everyone that are willing and able to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. We're going to move on to our only public comment period. Are there any students that would like to address the Board of Education? Are there any public members that would like to address the Board of Education? Okay, moving on. We will move to routine matters for approval. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held on January 28th, 2026.
Moved by Gutierrez.
Support by Burdette.
Is there any discussion? All right, we'll proceed with the vote. Ms. Pryor?
Pryor, yes. Sislo,
Yes.
Burdette,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
Gutierrez.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right, we'll move on. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting closed session held on January 28th, 2026.
Motion by Pryor,
Support by Gutierrez.
All right, I have a motion and I have support. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move forward with the vote. Ms. Pryor?
Pryor, yes. Sislo,
Yes.
Burdette,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
Gutierrez.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, next item on the agenda is motion to approve the bills and reimbursements of expenses.
Moved by Burdette.
Second by Sislo.
All right, I have a motion from Mr. Burdette and a support from Mr. Sislo to approve the bills and reimbursements of expenses. Is there any discussion? Okay, we will proceed with the vote. Ms. Pryor?
Sislo,
Yes.
Burdette,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
Gutierrez.
Yes.
Pryor, yes. Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is for the board to enter into closed session pursuant to Section 8(1)B of the Michigan Open Meetings Act, and upon the students, parents, and guardians for the purpose of conducting a hearing to consider the discipline of a student whose identity is known to the Board of Education as student 2025-2026-2. Is there a motion?
Moved by Gutierrez.
Support.
Okay, I have a motion from Dr. Gutierrez and support from Mr. Sislo. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Pryor?
Burdette,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
Gutierrez.
Yes.
Pryor, yes. Sislo,
Yes.
motion carries 5-0.
Okay, we're moving into closed session at 5:34 p.m. All right, Board of Education is returning from closed session at 6:28 p.m. At this time, I have a resolution to read for the board's consideration. Whereas the administration has recommended that pursuant to Section 1311.2 of the revised school code, a student whose identity is known to the board as student 2526-2, the student, be expelled for violating the district's policy, possession of a dangerous weapon, or other than a firearm. School administrators are notified the student's guardian and the specific charge outlining the expulsion recommendation, as well as the date, time, and place of the disciplinary hearing. Pursuant to the request of the student's guardian and as authorized by Section 8B of the Michigan Open Meetings Act, MCL 15.28B, the disciplinary hearing was conducted in a closed session meeting of the board. The hearing afforded the student and the student's representatives an opportunity to respond to the charge and to present pertinent evidence for the board's consideration. The board has carefully considered all of the evidence produced in the student disciplinary hearing. Now therefore be it resolved that a preponderance of the evidence establishes that the student engaged in conduct that violates the district's policy 5206, student discipline, specifically section G1B, possession of dangerous weapon and baton in a weapon-free zone. Based on careful consideration of all the following factors, the board determines that expulsion is warranted: the student's age, the student's disciplinary history, whether the student has a disability, the seriousness of the behavior, whether the behavior posed a safety risk, whether restorative practices are a better option, and whether lesser interventions would address the behavior. The student is permanently expelled from the district, subject to possible reinstatement under Section 1311.5 of the Revised School Code. During the time of the expulsion, the student may not be on school grounds or attend any functions at the district without prior written approval from an appropriate administrator. Administrators are directed to refer the student to the County Department of Social Services or the County Community Mental Health Agency and to notify the student's parent/guardian of the referral within 3 calendar days of this resolution. Consistent with Sections 11A and 1311.1 of the Revised School Code, the board finds the interests of the district are served by this resolution. Consistent with the board's action taken this date, administrators shall promptly meet with the student, parent, guardian, determine those appropriate educational services to which the student may be entitled under state and federal law. Administrators are directed and authorized to implement all terms of this resolution and are delegated all necessary authority to do so. All resolutions and parts of the resolutions that conflict with the provisions of this resolution are hereby rescinded. So at this time, is there a motion to expel student 2025-2026 in accordance with the resolution I just read?
Motion by Pryor.
Support.
Okay, there's a motion by Ms. Pryor. There is support by Mr. Sislo. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed with the vote. Ms. Pryor?
Barrow,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Pryor, yes. Sislo,
Yes.
Burdette.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, special meeting is adjourned at 6:32 p.m.